Clubhouse. What a powerful platform. By the end of this video, you're gonna know everything that you need to know about Clubhouse. What is Clubhouse? How does it work? How do you get in? What is the real power of Clubhouse? What is a room? How do you run a room? How do you start a club? How to grow a following? And all of the other nitty-gritty questions that you might have about Clubhouse, including how it applies to you as a content creator, a personal brand, or a business owner. Let's hop to it. Okay, so what is Clubhouse? Clubhouse is an invite-only audio chat platform. Basically, it's kind of like a live podcast. There are speakers on the speaker panel, and then there's like people that join the rooms. The whole thing about Clubhouse is that it's live. So once a room is open, conversations are in real time, and then once the room is closed, it's over. Cannot even record it. I know this because one time I was co-hosting a room and I thought we were talking about something really amazing, so I did like screen record with sound, and I actually got a notification from Clubhouse saying if the other speaker doesn't know, you can be in trouble. That's a little side note that I don't know that everybody knows about. You can't screen record. First things first, it is an invite-only social media app, but there is a secret way that you can get in without being invited. Side note, it's for Apple users only. Yes. So if your phone is anything but an Apple phone, you may not get in Clubhouse. The way that you would normally join is that if you are a contact of someone by their mobile phone number, then you can actually invite them. Now you're probably thinking, how do I get in if no one's inviting me? Why isn't anyone inviting me? There's actually a way you can still get in. So you can download the app and then you can kind of join. And anyone who is a contact of yours who is already on Clubhouse, they will get a notification and they will have the power to then invite you. So that's how you join Clubhouse. Okay, so how does Clubhouse work? Well, Clubhouse operates on things called rooms and clubs. Clubs are like the overarching thing, because they're the club that may host rooms. However, you don't need a club in order to start a room. Basically, clubs are great because the general public can follow a club, and when you follow a club, you can be notified whenever a room is created within that club. So if you are a person who would like to grow a following on this platform, you would most likely be interested in starting a club or starting a room within an existing club. That way you can reach more people. Now, what is a room? A room is basically a space where the conversation will revolve around a certain topic. So if you wanted to start a room, you would give your room a title, and that's what you guys would be talking about in that particular room. In the room, you will find 3 levels of people. You will find the speaker panel, people followed by the speakers, and then you have other people in the room. In the speaker panel, you will find some people who have a little green asterisk next to their name. What that means is that they are a moderator of the room. Now, moderators can tap on anyone's profile and decide to invite that person up to the stage. Side note, stage is the official name for something I've been addressing as the speaker panel. Now, if that person has a lot of followers, their followers will be notified the moment that they come onto the public stage. If you run a room well, you would let your people know what time it's opening and what time it's closing, because everything is happening in real time. So it's very handy to let the attendees know what time it's starting and what time it's ending. You can do that by scheduling a room. Okay, so let's talk about 3 types of people in a room. So let's talk about the speaker panel. The speaker panel are either the people who started the room or were allowed by the people in the speaker panel to speak in the panel. So if we were to talk about this in terms of like power or authority, credibility, then you would say that the people followed by the speakers have more of that credibility because they're followed by the people running the room. And if they're followed by the people running the room, that would indicate that they have some sort of related interest, which might mean that you might be interested in following them as well. And then the people on the bottom, which is other people in the room, that's not really a bad place to be. If you're just getting started on Clubhouse and you're not running your own room, this is where you'll likely be. When you develop more of a following, you may end up in the middle section of any room more and more. Now, one thing I've noticed about the rooms is that well-run rooms are often reset incrementally by the moderators. What that means is they will discuss a topic, and then after maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, someone will reset the room and basically revisit the topic that they're talking about and reintroduce the people on the panel. This works really well, especially if you have more people entering the room or leaving the room. Based on the amount of rooms that I've been in, I've noticed that rooms are run quite differently from each other. There are rooms where there is live coaching going on. There are rooms where there is questions from the people in the room asking the panelists to answer their questions. It almost gives the effect of consulting. There are rooms where there's not really a lot of conversation or talking happening from the other people in the room, and most of the conversation is coming from the people on the speaker panel. And that might be because there's one single topic and 10 speakers on the panel, so it takes some time to get from one speaker to the next because each speaker is being asked for their thoughts or their experiences about that one topic. Now, what are some of the best things about Clubhouse? Based on the rooms that I've been in, a lot of people who have been in there on the speaker panel or even listening, they're saying that Clubhouse is one of the most authentic social media platforms out there. And in my opinion, I agree. It's in real time and it's in audio. Unlike YouTube where you pre-film a video, then you can edit it and then it stays on the internet, versus a platform where you are speaking to other people on the spot. There's nothing that you can hide with. And so it's very authentic. Now, the other reason why it's so powerful, whether you're in the leadership space or you want the coaching, is because if you're wanting coaching, you're getting direct access, and you may even have one-to-one experience with someone that you would consider a mentor or someone who you wouldn't normally have access to. So for example, I've joined a lot of rooms related to business, leadership, and most of the time the people on the speaker panel are already established. They have the experience, they have the credentials, they've achieved what it is that you want to achieve. So when you're coming from a place of learning, you have the opportunity to put your hand up, ask the questions, and have it directly answered. Now, I've also invested some money in coaching in the past and even till now, and completely understand and appreciate the value of someone's time and expertise. So to know that there's a platform out here where you can have direct access to experience, expertise, mentorship, voice to voice is mind-blowing. If you're in the space of leadership and you have not paid a lot of attention to Instagram or YouTube, and you've kind of felt like these platforms are so time heavy or not really for you because you find yourself to be more of a speaker, well, this is the place to be. This is a place that you'll really shine. Plus, the platform's so new that developing a community or following, it's easier to get known, because once people hear you, they hear your expertise, then you tick the box of know, like, and trust almost in one hit. The best way to grow an authentic following is to co-host a room where people can see you and hear you, where people can see your profile photo and hear you, or you join a room, you ask a question, or you contribute to the conversation, in which case people will see you. So I've been in Clubhouse, and I think sometimes just by having my face in there, because I'm listening, I found that some people have just clicked on my profile, then they hit me up on Instagram. Only recently I put my hand up to ask a question to the speaker panel, and then from there already connected with someone. I do feel kind of weird calling it like growing a following, because I feel like the word following is very disconnected and doesn't do justice to the kind of relationships that you can build here on Clubhouse. They're a lot more genuine, they're a lot more straightforward. It's more so, I would say, more community building than anything. So let's say you want to start a club. How do you do that? There's an application process, and the criteria includes having hosted your own room at least 3 times over a span of 3 weeks, and then sending that application through. I've popped the link in the description box of this video, although at the moment it looks like they're getting flooded with a lot of requests to start clubs, so I think they have their prioritization process. Now, my favorite thing about Clubhouse is having access to not just people, but to conversations I may not have had access to. Why do I care about listening to other people's conversations? Let's say if I'm operating in the space of small business, freelance kind of world, the problems that exist within this mindset and this world are very different from those who have already scaled their business up to a certain level. I find it very insightful and powerful to be able to understand what challenges and wins exist in this realm, because it kind of puts to bed some of the issues that we might think are an issue, but actually are not. Now, if you're new to Clubhouse, I recommend checking out a few different rooms. The quality of the room is not just dependent on the topic of the room, it's actually highly dependent on the quality of the conversations within that room. And quality conversations are really driven by authentic relationships. One thing I want to talk about is your profile on Clubhouse. Yes, your profile. Now, in my Ultimate Kickstarter for Personal Branding on Social Media course, I've talked about the importance of your social media profile on Instagram and how you can make that over. Now, the same thing goes for Clubhouse. Your profile is pretty much one of the first things that anybody can see when they click your face. And if you're not speaking, it's their only indicator of who you are, what you do, who you serve, and why you're there. It would be in your best interest to set up your profile. The great thing about Clubhouse is that you can have quite a long profile. I find that the best profiles are the ones which are straight to the point, have bullet points rather than long-winded sentences. They're a lot easier to read, and also have some form of a call to action, basically inviting people to take action in some way, shape, or form outside of Clubhouse. Now, there's one thing, I don't know whether it's just the rooms that I'm in or whether this is just a Clubhouse thing in general. I'm finding that the user base is a lot older. Is that just related to my own age, or is it actually just inviting users of a higher age range? You know what I mean? In saying that, there have been some speakers on the panels who are just very young, successful people. Maybe it's just the rooms. I don't know. I think I just have to explore that a little bit. I hope this video has been handy. That is Clubhouse for you. It is such a crazy platform. If you and I share the same interests, such as business, marketing, leadership, and also wellness, give me a follow. If I ever start a room, you'll get notified. If you are on Clubhouse, feel free to drop your username and your interests below. Perhaps you can connect with other people who are seeing this video who share the same interests as you, and then everyone can follow each other. So that's it from me on this video. If you are interested in creating content, photo and video, / manifesting your dream life through the power of social media, subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos related to content creation, wellness, mindset, and social media. Chat to you in the next video. Bye. Blood, 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 blood. For some reason always looks glossier, oilier on camera. Or maybe just in this room because it's bloody hot.